Welcome to Barchart series of educational webinars. Today's session, Barchart Plus, the perfect solution for the casual investor. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, John Rowland, and joining me today for this special session is my partner, Barchart's project director, Jean Baker. Hello, Jean.
Good afternoon, John. Hello, everybody out there.
Hello. So, Jean, I want to just jump into this because I want to really start to show a lot of the really cool features that are part of the Barchart Plus package, if that's okay with you.
Oh, sure. Let's get right into it.
Okay, thanks, Jean. So, just want to remind you that today's session is for educational purposes only, and that any demonstration that I give today is not a recommendation or trading ideal, so to speak, in that any decisions to buy, sell, or hold or trade securities, commodities, or any other investments involves risk and are best made by advice of a qualified financial professional, and that under no circumstances shall we be liable for any loss or damage that you or anyone incurs as a result of any trading or investment activity that you or anyone else engages in based on the information or material that you receive through barchart.com and our services. So, Jean, as a trader and an investor of over 30 decades, I put a great importance on financial data for making my investment decisions. And, I know you're aware of this, but maybe our viewers might not. Long before I joined Barchart, I was a Barchart subscriber. And what really attracted me to Barchart was the daily to historical price charts that you can use, the 100 or so technical analysis studies, detailed trading ideas, generating data tables, plus an array of fundamental information that are found on, let's say, income statements, balance sheets, and cash flow reports. But what really drew me to Barchart was my ability to customize all of this data and integrating fundamental and technical analysis inputs to my needs to design my investment and trading strategies. Barchart Plus easily categorizes access and user-friendly arrangements, offers time-saving features that will appeal to both the expert and the newcomer to investing and trading. Now, Gene, another skill that I developed during my tenure as a trader is the capacity to recognize value opportunities. And Barchart Plus subscription is just under $10 a month, and that equates to less than 33 cents a day. I think this is a very small investment in oneself.
Well, we here at Barchart also think that Barchart Plus is a great addition to our membership package here. So, John, from your perspective and from your years of using other financial websites, where do you see the value in a Barchart Plus subscription?
So I think that we can talk about a lot of different things, and we will definitely discuss that today. But I think what we can see here is I'm on the Barchart Plus welcome page, and it's the variety of research tools and the multiple ways that I can customize these research tools, as well as the ability to create my own personalized criterias into digestible time savings and meaningful data packages.
Yeah, so you're showing us a lot of information there on the Barchart Plus homepage, a lot of different features out there. Would you be willing to share a few examples of the specific Barchart Plus features that you find especially helpful?
Yeah, for sure. So one of the ones I think is a really great feature is our advanced stock screener. And what this does for us is it allows me to screen on a group of stocks or ETFs or funds or one of our data tables that we have, but also maybe a customized, personalized data table, maybe a watch list or portfolio that I created. Now, what this is going to allow me to do is going to allow me to create a strategy and then narrow down potential candidates based on the stock screener. So what I've done here is I've opened up our stock screener, and so I'm just going to show you a really quick way to do this. So let's pretend I just want to see if I can find an idea of trading the NASDAQ. NASDAQ has been very popular as of late. And so I'm going to just filter now only on NASDAQ stocks. But what I want to do is I'm going to look for a very specific group of stocks, maybe a sector. And let's just say computers and technology. Now, if I screen on that, that's going to give me about 480 different stocks that are in the NASDAQ that fall into that category. But let's just add one more simple filter here. So again, I have a lot of different opportunities to filter on, and there's about 400 different data points that are inside of these different columns. But let's just do something simple. I'm going to just go in here and say, I want to look at what of these 400 are making a new high. Let's make it a new monthly high. And I want to know who's making a new monthly high today. Market's a little bit down today. And here I get 18 stocks. So now what I've done is, here's my idea, here's my plan, and the stock screener has created these 18 potential candidates, right? It's allowing me now to do that process of filtering out, additional filters as I put them on to narrow down the candidates. Now this allows me, again, to choose very specific inputs that are relevant to my market analysis, and gives me that power of focus to enhance, the designs of my trading process. Now, one of the things we can do here at this point is I can come in here and say save screener, and let's just call this tech highs. And so now I have that screener. Now I'll be able to save that screener. So every day, if I wanted to, I could come into my save screeners and look for tech highs, and it would do the same process. It would look of those 480 different stocks, which ones are making the new monthly highs. The other thing I can do is I can create a watch list from this list. Again, maybe all these candidates are the ones that I want to start watching on a regular basis. So again, let's just make this call this watch list tech highs, and this will allow me to save the watch list. So here's where I'm doing that screening, that integration of fundamental information and technical inputs, those 400 or so that I just mentioned to you, that it can be found through all of these categories. And what's nice about the save screeners is that I can apply them to most data tables on the website.
Okay, so John, you just created a list of potential candidates that you might want to follow along. What's your next step in the process? How does Barchart Plus help you look at that watch list?
Yeah, that's a great question. So one of the features that I can do is, once I've created that watch list, or once I have that list of candidates that I want to trade, one of the cool features we have is down here is called our interactive grid charts. Now what this does is allows me to look at a very specific stock, or ETF in this case, maybe this is Google, and it lets me pick different time frames. Now this is an analysis that a lot of professional traders do. It's called multiple time frame analysis. And what we're trying to do is look at trends over different time frames that will allow us to maybe see if there is, how are these trends relating to each other. So here I am under Apple, and I'm just going to go to our grid view here up here. And so I have 4 different time frame analysis. I have an intraday, 5 days, 15 minutes. Here's 20 days, 60 minutes, daily, 6 months, and weekly, 3 years. And what I want to look at is, this is a really easy way to visualize, what are the trends happening in these different time frames, and are they in concert with each other, or maybe they might be in divergence of each other. Now the grid can allow me to do up to 2 to 4 different time frames. I kind of like four time frames. And at this point, then I'm kind of just looking for that confirmation of trend analysis. So from there, another thing that I can do, which is one of our features, is, excuse me, let me go back here, is I can look at mini charts and post-market custom views. So again, let's go to, let's say, our watch list. Now here's the S&P 100. Let me refresh that, and here's our tech list, right? So up here under the main view now, what I can do is I can come in here and look at mini charts. And again, I can customize this based on what I want to look for. I can customize it based on the chart that I want to look at or the time frame. And again, this may be a very easy way for me to look at, hey, these are all stocks that are making new month's highs, but which ones look like they have nice, strong moving trends? And maybe some of them might be just, one-day events. So again, a good way of quickly visualizing price movement. Now, I can also come into, let's say, the pre and post market, but let me do this for a second here. Let's go back to our watch list. And I'll show you how I use this one. Is I like to look at the pre and post market data, pretty much mostly the pre-market. And what I'm going to do here is not necessarily look at what an individual stock is doing. Is it up or down in the pre-market? But maybe kind of look at this in terms of what different groups or what sectors are actively trading. In this case, this morning, what we see is there's a lot of energy stocks that were looking to open stronger. At the same time, at the other end of the spectrum, I see that at the bottom half, on the pre-market, I see a lot of financials and pharmaceuticals. So this could set me up on a path of looking for a trading opportunity or trade discovery based on what is happening in the pre-market. Another way that I think Barchart Plus can really help us as trading is our new trade signals. And if I go into the trade signals here, we have a multiple of technical analysis features. For instance, some 480 stocks are giving 100% buy signal, so we can start to filter from those candidates. One of the ones that I like is the 2100 days. I find that one gives me some good candidates as well. And again, it gives us opportunity to look at 18 stocks today. Again, I could screen on this and I could run through, my filters according to, what I'm trying to look for. The other thing that I like about Barchart Plus, let me go back here. Is our dashboard. And what the dashboard does for me is it offers me an opportunity to look at a chart in a very professional way, right? Very clean view. And I still can do a lot of what we'll look at, some customizations to it. I can still do add studies and tools to it. But what's nice about dashboard is does allow me to access some of those market trading ideas and also some of those personalizations that we're going to show you. In this case, let's say, our watch list. Those personalized tools.
So John, you're saying that personalization seems to be a large part of what attracts you to the Barchart Plus membership. Are there any particular tools that you find yourself relying on when you look at the markets each day?
Yeah, I think that, here's the personalization part of the Barchart Plus. And again, I think a lot of these are really the value of Barchart Plus. But, let's just go over a couple of these, and I'll spend a little bit more time in detail on a few of these. But first of all, daily downloads. This is a way for you to capture data and then take it away from Barchart. Now, we'll look at something called custom views in a second, where I can create a data field of my choice based on my strategies and ideas. And I can also download information from one of those watch lists, like the one that I just created for you, or a portfolio. And I can also draw from historical price data that can go back as much as 10 years, and some price data we can find goes back to the year 2000. And so this allows for those of you who like to do back testing, or that you like to, you do some manipulations through using Excel spreadsheets, this is a great way to do it. So Barchart Plus allows you to do 10 of those downloads a day. We talked about watch lists. We're going to create watch lists that are, based on our criteria or our screeners or our trade ideas. And again, I can create a watch list from one of those data pages that is a trade ideal generator. I think one of the ones that I use, relying on a lot, is the custom views. And what custom views is it's kind of similar to our screener, and though it allows us to choose from those 400 different data points. But here what we can do is we can create custom data columns that are designed again to my criterias. And so let's open that. So I created a couple one for this demonstration today. So here's like moving averages, a custom view moving averages. And inside of these custom views, you can add up to 25 different columns. And again, you can draw from, these 400 plus data points, be it technical or be it financial. Now, these are all the different categories, but if you click on a category, it opens up to different groupings, and inside of each grouping you have multiple choices to choose from. So this is an example of one that I did for you guys here today, and this is one looking at moving averages, but I've also added some other technical analysis and some price data. And so what I can do is I can come back to, let's say, my watch list that we were looking at earlier today, or we started out with, and up here where it says main view, right? These are our default views, but here's my custom view. And I can click on moving averages. And now what I can see is this is a really good visual for me. Is first of all, again, this was looking at stocks that are making new 1 month highs. Well, what I can see across the board here is that all these candidates, right, all giving me, well, most of them are giving me a buy signal or a trend buy signal based on our trend seeker, but they're all above their 20, their 50, and 200-day moving averages. This is a great way for me to say, hey, now I know that these are really good candidates. If a lot of these had a lot of red on them, then I might bypass them. And then I can also look at some technical information that tells me if maybe those are overbought, or maybe actually be in a sell signal. So this is a great way to get that visualization with data, which is not what some folks would think of like in a particular chart. So let's go back to Barchart Plus. So again, we talked about our 10 screeners. Barchart Plus allows us to have 10 screeners. I can create 10 different screeners that are based on those ideas. Portfolios. Now, I didn't have time to do that today, but what's nice about portfolios is you can create a portfolio of stocks that you can put in the data based on your entry price or how many shares you bought and so, and you can do you could do some hypothetical trading or paper trading, or you could keep track of your trading ideas in terms of real performance. And what's nice about the portfolio is there are some other views that you don't get with the regular data pages. where you can do some visual analysis and also with some performance tools. So it's a kind of nice little feature that we have. But I think, Gene, if I was going to pick one of these features that I think that I personally feel offers me all three of the things that I'm looking for: value, time savings, and this concept of visualization, then it would be chart templates. And from a chart, so let's go to a chart. And I'm going to turn off my grid and we'll go back to from a chart. What I can do now is I can configure this chart in multiple ways. First, I can configure it by the style of chart. And there's a lot of different styles we can choose from. So let's just pick Heikin-Ashi. And then I can configure it by the time range or how much data I'm going to look at. And I can do it by the frequency. Do I want to look at an intraday chart? Do I want to look at a daily chart? Do I want to look at a weekly chart? And I can actually customize this to a certain specific time frame. But then also in settings, I can come in here and change the appearance. I could look at, do I want to make the chart large or small, or the scale? Maybe I want to look at a linear scale or a logarithmic scale. Maybe I don't want to look at price. Maybe I just want to look at price changes. I can add things like earnings and dividends. And, again, I could customize that chart to look the way. But what's really important for me is it allows me to go into studies and add those studies that I'm going to use for my chart analysis. And what I might do is create multiple templates for different types of studies that I'm going to look for. So for instance, here I'm just using a study of volume with my Heikin-Ashi. And once I'm satisfied with the way I've set up my chart, I come back into templates and I can save that template. So that template would, we'll just call these Heikin-Ashi template. So that now every time I come back to the website and I go to a chart, right, and I'm looking at a stock, I don't have to recreate all of these elements. I have them that are in my templates. So here's a couple templates that I created for this demonstration. Here's one is that, that moving average one, right? A quick way to me to look to see, hey, is this stock, in this case, Apple, is it staying above its moving averages? Are our moving averages moving up or moving down? Maybe I might want to look at Apple in terms of a relative strength as it relates to other sectors or other indexes, for instance, the S&P or the Qs, and I can look to see how it is performing. And again, I could change this over a period of time. And then, maybe I might want to look at Bollinger Bands, right? This is talking about volatility. Is there volatility coming into this stock, which it certainly looks like Apple has that right now. And then, maybe something just as simple as a very unique chart, which is called a point and figure. So in a very short period of time, literally in what was that, 30, 40 seconds, I went through multiple criterias based on different studies, based on different styles that allows me to make some very informed investment decisions.
So John, you've been running through it. A lot of information that Barchart offers are in a Plus membership. There seems to be a huge amount of breadth of data and all the customization tools, lots of trading ideas that users can start collecting and analyzing every single day. A lot of this information is right there at your fingertips when you log into your own personalized account. So how can someone take the opportunity to become part of this Barchart family of Barchart Plus users? Can you show us a little bit about how you do that?
Yeah, so if, maybe we've kind of, enticed you a little bit, let me show you that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up here where it says my account. Now I'm logged into my Barchart Plus account, but I'm going to log out, and it's going to just take me to barchart.com. And at this point, you can come up here and just click on try Barchart for free. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is that of our memberships, our subscribed memberships, the Plus and the Premium, you can try these out for free for a 30-day trial period. And once I start that trial period and you get it 30 days, I just want to show you that there are some other benefits that you can do besides the monthly payment of $9.99 per month. If you buy an annual subscription in terms of Barchart Plus, you actually save an extra $20 per year, which gets the subscription down to $99 per year and actually gets that monthly subscription down to about $8.25. And then at that point, you can, try this out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to challenge those who are watching this. And if this is something that interests you, I'm going to challenge. I'm going to give you that a 30-day challenge that I want you to come in here and try Barchart Plus out. I want you to build out some of your trading ideas. I want you to test your theories or test those trading ideas or those investment ideas. Test out some of the trading generators that we have on our pages and organize your trades and see how you do in that 30-day period and see if you don't think that Barchart Plus is worth that 33 cents a day. So let me do this, Gene, before we move away. Go back to Barchart Plus. So where's another feature that I really like about, and this is more on a personal level, is if I'm in the Barchart regular viewing page, the free subscription page, I guess we would call that, is I'm going to get a lot of ads. And, let's say maybe I go to like one of my trading investment ideas. The ads are going to start popping up and they can get quite distracting. So Barchart Plus, if you're a Barchart Plus member, then you get no ads. The other thing is there is a difference between a free membership and Barchart is in terms of number of page views. A free subscription, you only get 20 views. Remember, I literally went through 20 different pages in this demonstration. But in a Barchart Plus account, you get unlimited page views. So those are some extra little features that you can look for. And there's a new feature that we have just rolled out, Gene, right? And that is that we're adding something that is called Market on Close, which was originally just for our Premier members, but now Premier and Plus members can access this. This is on Fridays, and this is more of an intimate setting. We talk about some macro and micro information. We look for trading ideas, and this gives you an opportunity to interact with myself and my partner, co-host Thomas, and ask questions about the market, ask questions about how to use the website. So this is an added feature that we just added to Barchart Plus. You want to add, Gene? I know that we talked about a lot.
Yeah, there is something very important that I want you to show people. John, if you can go log back into your Plus account so we don't have to look at all those awful ads. On the Learn menu where John is, under membership, there's the membership comparison page.
Oh,
no, John. There's a membership comparison page. A lot of you have been asking, so, what's the difference? How can I compare? This page is a great resource tool for you to look at. You can sign up for a free membership, but as John was just showing you or telling you, there are limitations as far as the number of page views that you get each day. What did you say a Barchart Plus membership costs?
I think if you
it's
do the
under
monthly
it's
9.99, you
under
get less
right
than
under
30 cents a day, right?
right under $10 a month. It's like 30 some cents a day. And for that small of an investment in yourself, Barchart Plus opens up a world of analysis that you can do on stocks that you are watching every single day, and it really gives you a lot more, well, 33 cents per day, a bang for your buck as far as getting yourself into a better position to make a confident trade.
Well, I mean, if you're going to invest in the market, you might as well invest in information, right? Make yourself a better trader. And you can't ask for a cheaper investment that's going to give you a great potential of reward or return for a very small amount of cost, right?
That's right. A lot of other financial websites may have charts, they may have data, the same kind of data that we see. But honestly, if you join one of John's Friday's Market on Close sessions, which is available only for a Plus or a Premier member, you're going to see that he brings a lot to the table as far as pulling all of this stuff together for you and making it easier for you to understand how to analyze the data that's in front of you.
All right, Gene, I see that our time is up. Folks, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate it. I know Gene and I are both. I hope that you found this information helpful. If you still have questions, you can reach out to us at support barchart.com, and you can ask those questions, and they'll guide you through those sessions.
Yeah, correct. I've got a lot of people asking me a lot of different questions. Our support group is great. Just email them and they'll get an answer to you if I haven't answered you directly.
And one of the other features we have, this is free to everybody, and there's those ugly ads. But next week we'll get back to more of our educational sessions, and we're going to be looking at the EMAX screener and using it to help us to identify trend reversals and trend breakouts. So if you have an opportunity to check that out, I'm going to check us out next week and that webinar. If you are looking for archived webinars, you can find them either on our archive page here, webinars, or through our YouTube channel, which all of them are available. So until next time, folks, be safe out there, stay healthy, and the good of all trading.